Hello and welcome. Today's class is called Deep Release, and it's all about getting into those areas that hold the most tension, particularly the shoulders, the hips, the psoas muscle. We'll begin with anulom-vilom or alternate nostril breathing. So taking the right hand, we'll cover the third eye with the index and middle finger, and then using the thumb, we'll just cover the right nostril lightly. We'll inhale through the left, switch, exhale through the right, inhale through the right, and then exhale through the left. I will guide you through, so light pressure on the right nostril, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, cover left, exhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, exhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, exhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, exhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, exhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, exhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, exhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, exhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, exhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, exhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4, final round, inhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, exhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, exhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then bringing that hand down, taking nice inhales and exhales through the nose. Filling up the lungs with oxygen. And just allowing the breath to regulate. And just taking a moment to notice how your mind feels. Perhaps it feels a little bit clearer, a little quieter. And opening the eyes when you're ready. We'll interlace the fingers and push the palms away. Really reaching, creating length through the sides of the body. Take a nice inhale here and exhale, finding a side bend. Coming back to center, inhale. And exhale, taking it the other way. And coming back to center, reaching high with the fingers. We'll take a nice inhale here. And then as we exhale, left hand comes to right knee and twists towards the back. Coming back to center, inhale, fingers to sky. And exhale, taking it the other way. See how far round you can take your twist. And then removing your block, popping it to one side. Interlacing the fingers, pushing the palms away and really scooping the back. Finding that space between the shoulder blades. And sweeping hands behind, again interlacing the fingers, bringing the heels of the hands together. Lifting the eye gaze and the heart. Take a nice big inhale here. And then exhale, fold forwards, bring the hands overhead. And then coming up, keeping the hands clasped together, we'll bring them onto the right hip and drop left ear to left shoulder. Feeling that down the side of the neck. And then taking hands onto the other hip, dropping right ear to right shoulder. And then placing fingertips or palm beside you. Inhale the hand to the sky. And exhale, finding another side bend, seeing if you can take it a little lower. And then coming all the way up, placing the hand down, inhale, hand to sky, and exhale. And then coming up and finding your way onto all fours, bringing the big toes together, walking knees wide, and then walking the hands out in front, sinking the chest down. Coming onto the forehead or the chin. Really breathing into the back of the ribs. Seeing if you can sink the bottom a little bit closer to the heels. And then coming up onto the fingertips. And again, sinking the heart space down, so we're opening through the armpits. And then placing the palms down, walking them over to the left. Bringing the right palm on top of the left hand and sinking down again. And taking hands back to center. And then this time taking them over to the right, left hand on top of the right. And then walking hands back to center and walking them in. And taking hold of your blocks, we'll take the left foot forwards and coming into a low lunge. You can walk that back leg further back. And just finding what level works for you. Just beginning to sink the hips forwards, lift through the chest. And breathing here. but still lifting the energy up so we're not collapsing. Drawing navel to spine, engaging Mula Bandha. And then beginning to straighten that front leg, coming into a half split. So drawing the toes towards you, folding over that leg. Really trying to lift the tailbone. And then again, walking the weight forwards, finding your low lunge again, sinking into the hips, but still lifting the pelvic floor. And then beginning to straighten that front leg, finding your half splits, folding forwards, drawing toes towards you. Just feel that lengthening down the back of the left thigh. And then final time, walking forwards, finding your low lunge. And then shifting the weight back, folding over that extended leg. And then coming up, just popping your blocks to one side, walking that foot out slightly, and then we'll tuck the back toes, lift the knee and shift the weight forwards and backwards. Again, just opening through the hips, really squeezing that back knee. And then we'll drop the back knee and roll onto the outside edge of that front foot. Just easing that knee open, but being mindful that there's no pain in the knee. And you should feel a nice stretch, perhaps through the psoas muscle, the inner thigh, the hamstring of that front leg. And then coming back onto the sole of the foot, we'll shift that foot back and then just shifting the weight left to right. And just taking some head circles. So just drawing some half circles. Just easing any neck tension. And then we'll come on to the other side. So again, taking your blocks or books and just beginning to sink the weight forwards. Making sure we're not completely collapsing. We're still drawing the energy in and up. And just noticing if one side feels slightly easier than the other. My other side is definitely easier. And taking nice slow full breaths. And beginning to shift the weight back, extending that front leg, drawing toes towards you and folding forwards. Using your blocks for support. And then shifting the weight forwards, adjusting your blocks. And just breathing through the stretch. And then shifting weight back. Finding your fold over your half split. And perhaps seeing if you can draw that tailbone a little bit further back. And then coming forwards into your final low lunge. Again, drawing navel to spine, lifting through the pelvic floor. Drawing that energy in and up. And then finding your final half split. And then shifting the weight forward, popping your blocks to one side. Walking that foot out slightly, we'll tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and shift the weight forwards and backwards. Hopefully your hips feel a bit more free, a bit more open. And then dropping the back knee, rolling onto the outside edge of that front foot and easing the knee open. And then bringing the sole of the foot back down, sweeping that leg back, and again just shifting left to right, easing into the hips. And then bringing knees together, we'll find a child's pose. So just rounding the spine, bringing the forehead down, and then palms facing up behind you. Just taking a nice restorative posture for a few breaths. And then slowly coming up, we'll bring the left foot forwards again, walking it to the center of the mat. Perhaps easing that knee a bit further away. Finding your low lunge, we'll inhale as we sweep the hands forwards, coming all the way up. And then exhale, sinking into the hips again. Just breathing here. Seeing if you can lift the eye gaze, the heart. And then take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. We'll inhale as we reach the hands high, and then exhale, taking them over to the right. And coming back to center, take hold of the right wrist. Inhale to sky, and exhale, taking it to the left. And feeling that opening through the right side of the body, perhaps into that back hip flexor. And then coming back to center, we'll sweep the hands behind, interlace the fingers, draw the hands towards that back heel, open through the heart, lift the eye gaze. And then releasing the hands, coming either side of that front foot and drawing that foot back and changing sides. So bringing the right foot forward this time. Finding your low lunge, we'll inhale as we sweep the hands forwards, coming all the way up. And exhale to sink into those hips. Breathing here. Lifting the eye gaze. And then taking hold of the right wrist, inhale, hands to sky, exhale over to the left. And back to center, take hold of the left wrist, inhale to sky, exhale over to the right. And then back to center, sweeping the hands behind, interlacing the fingers, Drawing the hand, the fists back and lifting through the heart. And then releasing the hands. We'll tuck the back toe and then drop the back foot to 90 degrees, so toes are facing the long edge of the mat, and finding an extended side angle, so sweeping the arm in line with the ear. Eye gaze to that middle finger. Option to use a block. And really creating length through the side of the body. And then coming all the way to the center, shifting that foot in and finding your side angle pose or your extended side angle on the other side. Again, choosing the height of your block to make this work for your body. Eye gaze forwards. And then bringing that hand down, coming onto the back knee and sweeping that leg back and finding a child's pose again. And then slowly coming up. And then walking the hands out in front and coming all the way down onto the belly. Bringing the forehead onto the back of the hands. And just breathing here. And then taking the hands, so palms facing down, spreading the fingers. We'll inhale as we slowly lift through the heart, finding a back bend. Take a nice big inhale here and then exhale to look over the right shoulder. Feel that stretch down the side of your neck. And then taking eye gaze to center, inhale here, and then exhale to look over the left. Eye gaze to center, and then slowly rolling down. And then bring the left hand to the center of the mat. Sweep the right hand round, take hold of the ankle, drawing the heel towards the bottom, and either staying as you are, or you can begin to kick that heel, the toe up behind you. So we're clearing the floor with the thigh. And then release and change sides. So right hand to the center, reach round, take hold of the left ankle, and then drawing heel towards the bottom. Either staying as you are or finding that half bow on the other side, kicking that toe high and squeezing that glute. and then releasing that ankle. And then taking the right arm, so palm facing down, either in line with your shoulder, or if you want to make it more intense, you can bring it to 90 degrees. Using the left fingertips, rolling you onto the right side of your body. Either stacking the ankles and the hips, or dropping that top foot behind you. You should really feel this through the right side of your chest. Into the kind of inside of your armpit, perhaps down into the arm. And then rolling onto the belly again. Left arm, palm facing down, either in line with the shoulder or at a 90-degree angle. Using those right fingertips to roll you onto the right side of your body. Option to drop that foot behind. And then rolling back onto the belly. And then coming up to sit on the heels. And interlacing the hands behind the back of the head. We'll inhale as we lift the eye gaze, the heart space, drawing the elbows open. And then exhale, closing it down, drawing elbows together, chin to chest. Inhale as we draw the elbows open, lift the heart. And then exhale, drawing it together. And just feeling that gentle pressure on the back of your head. Feel that down the neck, between the shoulder blades. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale as we draw the elbows open. Exhale, chin to chest. And 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. And then releasing the hands. We'll come onto the bottom. And slowly make your way all the way down onto your back. And then bringing that right ankle onto the left thigh, drawing the toes towards your shin. And then just easing that thigh away from you. And either staying as you are or reaching the arms through, taking hold of the back of the left thigh or the shin and drawing the legs towards you. And releasing the legs but keeping them in the same formation. Allow the left sole to float back down and then dropping the legs over to the left. So we're finding a spinal twist, taking the eye gaze the opposite way. And drawing legs back to center and changing sides. So left ankle onto right thigh. Drawing those toes back to the shin And just easing that thigh away from you. And then reaching through, taking hold of the legs and drawing them in towards you. And then letting that right sole float back down, dropping legs over to the right and eye gaze to the left. Drawing legs to center and cross the legs and then finding happy baby. So arms on the inside of the legs, take hold of the outside of the feet and really drawing those knees down towards the mat. And then taking hold of the big toes with the peace fingers and just beginning to lengthen the legs, taking them nice and wide, seeing how far away you can take those feet. And trying to drop that tailbone down towards the mat if it's lifted. Seeing if you can lift the kneecaps, so squeeze those thighs. See if that helps to lengthen the hamstrings. And then releasing the toes, dropping the feet down, and then taking hold of your block, we'll come into a supported bridge. So planting the feet, lift the hips, finding what level is most comfortable for you, and placing your block onto that flat triangular bone, your sacrum. Taking the palms up. Just letting go of the breath. Softening through the belly. Just allowing the front of the body to lengthen. Just to slowly open. Giving all the organs the space that they need. And just pushing into the feet, lift the hips, remove your block. And then just drawing the knees in towards the chest. Just giving the back a massage. And then taking nice big circles with the knees. So taking them apart and then drawing them together. And reversing those circles. And then taking arms and legs up towards the sky and just taking some nice ankle and wrist circles. And taking them the other way. Giving the hands and feet a little shake. And then bringing the soles of the feet together, letting knees drop wide, taking hold of opposite elbows above the head and just allowing the body to soften. Making sure we're not tensing through the hands, the forearms. Softening through the pelvis and the inner thigh to let the knees slowly drop open. And then slowly drawing the knees together. Taking the feet wide and letting the knees drop right in. Just to counteract that pose. And you can bring the arms beside you. And you can stay as you are, or you can find your way into Shavasana. So taking up as much space on your mat as you can. And working your way down from the crown of your head all the way to your toes, softening each body part in turn. Seeing if with each exhale you feel a little heavier. And I will leave you in Shavasana for as long as you would like. Just giving yourself permission to rest and recuperate. And I will see you on the mat again soon.